Assalamu alaikum. I'm Irfan Awan and I'm going to highlight some features of OET writing in this video. In OET writing, the task duration is 45 minutes and it's a referral letter basically in the medical background. And in OET writing, the letter which is given, it's basically about the case notes which are given there, and directions are given in writing tasks, so you're supposed to just follow those tips and prompts and clues given and develop a letter which is a referral letter of one medical professional to another professional about a patient's case study. And this is not difficult for medical professionals as it is from their field background, and the task is 45 minutes. As I told you, first 5 minutes are for preparing, for brainstorming, and in that you plan, you make an outline, and you just write random points which come to your mind in the light of those directions, and you organize those points, you just put them in order. Second step is that then you start writing the letter. So 45 minutes is good enough time for writing that letter, where the word limit is range is from 180 to 200 words. And basically this is as I've told you, a writing task, one writing task only, and there are two assessors in writing. They give you separate marks, they both check your writing task, and they don't know about the marks which they awarded the other examiner, what marks he or she has given. The second examiner doesn't know, so then there is median mark of both, and then you are assessed in this way. Basically there are 5 points of assessment in OET. First is that you have fulfilled the task, that is overall task fulfillment. So you're supposed to follow the main points and give the gist and give the main points, cover those points which are needed, the major points, and the directions are given very clearly. The case study is given and with the timeline, so it's easy to follow that and write an official referral letter. And your language should be appropriate. The second point is appropriateness of language, that your language should be standardized. It should show that you're a professional, and it should demonstrate that you have good command on language. Linguistic features should be correct, should be coherent coherence, and then your grammatical accuracy is important. Your lexical resource plays vital role in awarding of marks. And then linguistic features, I've told you, there's grammar and cohesion. Cohesion is basically about the connection of ideas, about the main themes, about the main idea in the paragraph, and then supporting sentences which provide the detail. And then as far as linguistic feature, there are two main points in it. One is grammar and other is the cohesion. And coherence is concerned with your sentence structures, correctness of your structures. Okay, and then the last point of assessment is presentation features. And presentation features include spelling, punctuation, and layout in your OET writing task, right? And actually you write the title and then you write the address also, which is given there in the case notes. So you start in this way, and then you write the name of the addressee and the title. That person is another medical professional as given in the case notes. Okay, so use case notes to develop your letter and plan your response. First 5 minutes are for planning, and then the format of this sub test of writing is mostly formal. The register is formal, it's not informal, right? And you have to take care about spellings, because if you make spelling mistakes, your marks are deducted, because that is the part of presentation feature. And then if you have too few words and if you don't fulfill the limit of required word, even then your marks will be deducted, right? And you should, as I've told you, that there should be detailed specified address and the title in the letter. And as far as your some medical professionals, they use abbreviations, so writing technical words, jargons and abbreviations, too many abbreviations which are not common, is not encouraged, right? If an abbreviation is given in the case notes and you write the same abbreviation, it's fine. Otherwise, only those abbreviations you may write which are common, right? And use capital letters where necessary, and even headings you use, and even if you use headings there, you can use capital letters. Mostly it's a letter format, title and address, and then you start the letter introduction, and then it's the detailed body in which you cover the main points. At the end, in the last paragraph, you give your assessment, and basically you give the gist, and you give your analysis, and you recommend what you think is the issue, what's the remedy, right, to the other professional, if it's from one doctor to another doctor, because it's in 12 fields of medical writing task, and it is separate for every field. Like for a dentist, a separate task is given, right? For a medicine doctor, a separate referral letter writing task is given. For nurses, according to their exposure, according to their medical background, the referral letter is given, right? And you're supposed to get a grade B in writing task, and even all modules, in all 4 modules, you're supposed to get B, because then it's like predominantly you score 5 out of 6 in each module if you get B, and there is no overall cumulative grade. It's basically you need to get B in all modules, right? And it's separate grading. So if you get the grades from A to E, and so for getting B grade, you need to put a lot of efforts in it. Your linguistic features, the grammatical accuracy, all matter, right? But overall, OET writing task is not difficult. It's just one task, a referral letter, and medical background, and the prompts are given, the directions are given, so the clues are there. Easily you can develop a letter on that, following the instructions. But there is no set a prescribed layout for writing a referral letter, and keeping in mind, you can just follow the directions and write the letter with the proper body, introduction, starting first paragraph, and second detailed one, body of the letter, then third one, you give your assessment analysis, and you conclude the letter. At the end, you write regards, and at the end of the letter, and then you conclude it. So with this, I finish this lesson.